What are you?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. First, I want to give God all the glory and all the praise for waking me up this morning. I have this beautiful woman beside me as we're about to take this market on. Um, so let me go ahead and show you my charts. And again, we don't normally trade for the first couple minutes of the market, but we got some news coming in at 9:45, and we got FOMC speaker right here. This is medium, so we're seeing some changes in the market. As you can see, gold is dropping. So with gold dropping, that means that the market is actually up, right? So we're seeing a lot of stuff that's up right now. Um, like
We have news today.
look at Apple. Apple is already up. So be patient, guys, with your trades today. Be very patient with your trades today. We played AVGO yesterday. AVGO is still.
My fishing.
What was that alert? If it was Google, let me make sure. Okay, Amazon Fisher. All right. So yesterday we played AVGO. AVGO went up, hit target, but um we was trailing it. So once it got to a certain level, we closed out, but we did take profit too. Okay. Um we have earnings on a few. We have earnings on a few. I think Tesla. Let's see right here. All right, so Tesla had earnings yesterday, gapped up and coming back in right now. So one thing I don't like doing, guys, I don't like trying. Like again, it's a gamble when you're playing earnings, no matter what. So with earnings, especially a couple days before, the contracts are gonna be very high on these, right? So one thing you want to do is you want to make sure you're waiting and paying attention. AVGO, look at that shit.
Wow.
Look at that gap up.
Wow.
Look at that gap
That's
up,
a gap. Was there news?
right? Crazy, 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 crazy. As far as the gap up on AVGO, um,
Like
a
now?
lot of the stuff right now are bullish. I kind of have a bullish sentiment, guys, because with Bitcoin had broke out yesterday, right? So because Bitcoin had broke out yesterday, I had a bullish sentiment on everything. So if you look right now, Bitcoin is at 94. Bitcoin is gonna push probably back to all-time highs. Okay. I mentioned that on I think 2 days ago. I was talking about it. Somebody asked me about gold, what my target was for gold, and I told them you have to look at cycle levels. So the next cycle level was going to be 3,500. It hit 3,500 exactly and then dropped, right? But I also mentioned I was bullish on coin, and because of the simple fact that Bitcoin was pushing and Bitcoin broke above 88.5. So once Bitcoin broke above 88.5, then I was bullish on Bitcoin, right? Which right here, when you saw Bitcoin went up the day before, test 85, came back down, push above 85, and now we're pushing 94, about to go up even more. So coin right now, coin should be pushing. We did coin yesterday. We traded coin yesterday. I told you guys yesterday the target on coin was 195. Um, gapped up today. Coin is at 198. Okay. So target 200. We have a lot of sell up here, guys. We have a lot of sell in the 200 range. Coin have to break above 220 to be very bullish, but we have that bullish sentimental going on Bitcoin. So we're going to see more push on that. All right. So right now we're looking for a trade setup. I don't like that everything gapped up. So we still have news coming out too at 9:45. So you have to be careful with your trades going in at 9:45. Apple should be pulling back in, right? So all this right now, calls are very what's gonna be on sale is puts, okay? when this market gapped up, puts were on sale. So if anything, you should have bought puts. Okay. AMD, nice gap to the upside on AMD as well. We was looking at
I
AMD.
did, especially from last week.
No, I told you about
Let me see
AMD
the weekly.
yesterday
Let me see the weekly. Because AMD.
because of this candle right
Oh
here.
yeah.
I was like, oh man, this looks sexy.
Mhm.
I was like, this looks sexy. So 2 days ago we looked at it, but we played a different trade. We still was profitable in that one. But there's a lot of gap up in the market right now. So that's a good thing. As far as it's earning season as well, guys. So you're gonna see a lot of gap ups. We have Google coming in with earnings tomorrow. So Google contracts will be a little bit inflated. I'm looking for Home Depot. Looks like a good trade. Yeah, Home Depot is a great trade. Let me look on the smaller time frame. I just could you look at Home Depot contracts?
I know you always hated Home Depot contracts because of the spread, and it didn't change last week. It's still the same.
It's
But hold on, let me check today. Yeah, they still spread.
what's the
310,
spread?
405.
310 405. Yeah, the spreads on Home Depot is crazy. But Home Depot is a good
That was
is
on my
good
list
to the
from last week
upside.
to the
Yeah,
upside.
yeah, to the upside. um, because on the weekly
Remember?
we had a reversal on the weekly. Now we're having a reversal again. We're having a continuation, a three on the weekly, and then on the daily we gapped up. So, with the monthly, how the monthly looks, monthly's coming back in. On the monthly, so a lot of these gapped up.
All of them look like everybody gapped up.
Um, Mara gapped up, coming back in. See, Meta is coming back down. Meta is rejecting VWAP. Meta is rejecting. Meta is on VWAP right here. On the daily, everything gapped up. So we should see this come back down. Should see Meta come back down. Only thing that's playing in a good range right now. What stuff? Oh. so so this is the thing, right? Oh, go hurry up and go grab your water.
Oh, you're talking to me.
No, hurry up and go grab your water. Hold on, guys. I'm liking Netflix. I'm liking Netflix too. Netflix is bouncing off the 50. Netflix didn't gap up. So let me check as far as with Netflix. See, me and my wife trade. So my wife normally is doing the contracts and stuff like that while I'm talking, looking at the trades. So morning, guys, morning, as you guys come in, um, on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm sharing my screen on YouTube, guys, so that's why you're not seeing anything on TikTok. But I actually go over all my trades. So with that, in a sense, I'm telling you where the candles are, where they're rejecting, or where I'm thinking it's gonna reject, right? With a possible continuation. So everything right now gapped up. We have news coming in the next 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes, in the next 6 minutes. You don't see your bottle?
It's behind the
Okay. Snow is back to the upside. SPY coming back in. Morning, guys. Tell me what you guys are looking at as far as trades as well. Um, hmm, hmm, hmm. Something that might looks decent with the market running. That's down though. But this needs to come up. This needs to come up. Weekly. Monthly. Um, put I would say I'm gonna put UNH on my list to be watching UNH. For the 2 to reversal on UNH. UNH has a nice candle, daily candle. So I'm gonna put alert if UNH breaks. If UNH breaks 431.50, I'll be in a call on UNH. So 431.50, I'll take a call on UNH. So UNH, I'm gonna put 2 calls TP. I'm gonna go in the half of this candle right now. So 438. 438. What? Oh, 438.50. Then UNH is probably gonna start pushing up anyway. 438.50. I like where UNH bounce. I really like where UNH bounce. 438.50 followed by open is basically 450. Because it's 449.50. So I'm just gonna put 450. I like UNH. I like UNH. Let me know, guys, what y'all looking at as far as if y'all looking at any charts in particular, any trades in particular. Palantir is moving to the upside.
Did we just talk about Palantir?
Yeah, we did. We sure did. Let me go back to UNH because I really like UNH.
Only one that didn't gap.
Yeah, that's why I really like UNH.
So it's steady.
Oh, I like UNH. All right, so I want to wait on this
until the news comes in.
I want to wait on this 1 minute candle. We have 1 minute and 50 seconds left on this 5 minute candle. Hopefully UNH don't break day high yet. But I really like UNH. UNH is the only one that did not gap up. For 38.50 right there, target at the 200 on a 15. So I'm looking for UNH. The bounce happened at the 50, which I like. That's what I'm saying. Like when I saw it on the 50, I like the bounce at the 50.
Already moved.
That was a call right there at 27. Right? Just to bring it back up. But now the 15 looks sexy. 15-minute looks sexy. So we have 1 minute left in this 15-minute candle, guys. So be patient. There's news coming out. So one thing you always want to pay attention to is news. There's news at 10 at there's a lot of news today. Not today, but just earlier in the morning. So you have crude oil that normally comes out on Wednesdays at 10:30. Every Wednesday there's crude oil. That's gonna change. That's gonna move XOM. That's gonna move. Sometimes gold will move on that. Then you're gonna have in the next couple seconds, you're gonna have important news coming out at 9:45. Then you have news coming out at 10 o'clock. New home sales. So watch what's going on. I'm looking at you at UNH a break above the high for a call. Really and truly, if it breaks the 15, it will be a call. But I want to see a little bit of pullback within the next 5 seconds right here. I want to see a pullback, but the news might spike it. So we'll see. You have UNH up?
I sure do.
And we have if we get in UNH, I'll be doing a 430
call.
430. It will be above 430 though.
Oh.
So I'll probably do a 432.50.
Okay.
There's a 432.50. All right, so UNH is doing what I'll what's the spread?
On that one, 415.
Golly. What is it? What is the 430 call? This is a call right now.
615 and 7 now.
On the 430?
It was less, but it's moving. You spoke too late.
No, it's coming back in.
Oh no, the price. I'm talking about the spread. What's the news said?
Barclay adjust price on UNH from.
They dropped.
Yeah, they dropped the price 2 hours ago. New target. They dropped the price. It already broke to go up. It already broke to go up. I'm looking for it to break the day though.
What happened?
Oh man. There you go. Damn it. What's the 435 calls? It didn't break it yet. Crazy.
415 and 480.
All right, so
and 480 now.
Yeah, it's dropping.
It hit the body, if you notice.
Yeah, it hit the body, right? But it didn't break my it didn't break my level for a call.
Good thing you weren't jumping.
All right, so we have news that came out, guys. Let me see what the news come out as. Let me refresh this. All right, so the numbers are not that bad. They're pretty flat. Okay, there's no like major like no crazy numbers where you see a big difference in the numbers. So
and new home sales is at 10.
And new home sales is gonna be at 10 o'clock. So I'm gonna get into 435 calls.
now.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump into 435 calls on
All right.
UNH. Kind of pre-did this because it didn't break my high yet, but it's pushing up right now. All right, here we go. It's about to break my level. I just got in a little bit early, guys, but just okay. So UNH just broke my level to the highs. Um, so I'm right now. I'm in UNH. The first target.
And we're up 4%.
We have a target here at 438. Okay, so that's gonna be the target. Now, listen very clearly, right? Not because I say the target is 438. That means that you keep it till 438. You're up 50%. Let the contract come back down, and then eat up your contract or eat up your profit, right? Once you see a favorable profit, you could start trimming. Okay, start taking profit. Okay, so here we go on UNH. We're pushing right now on UNH. This is a new 5-minute candle. I want to see a big push right here. 35. Huh?
You have Discord on that?
Discord on what?
That phone.
Let's see. I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next time we do
Yeah.
TikTok from that, right? Or we could have just did it afterwards, but it's okay. All right, so UNH is pushing, guys. You should be how much we're up on UNH?
It hasn't updated, but it says 5%.
Up 5% on UNH, but I know there's a spread.
Yeah.
What's the average contract for us? So we bought a contract for 450. All right, so our average contract is 450. Average contract on this is 450. Right now, contract is up 10%. All right, so we're up 10%. Now, if you look at where's the actual spread on this contract, could you go on like Robinhood? Robinhood will tell you. Here we go. Big push on here. Big push. All right. So with the spread being where it is right now, so I don't like the spreads, right?
21%.
Yeah. It's gonna show because of the spread.
13 now.
Yeah. Because of the spread. So what I'm gonna do is I'm in it right now. So let's see. A lot of times what's going to happen, guys, you'll see that you're up, but the spread make it look a certain way. So you have to look at where your contract is, right? So the high as far as sale was $5. So let's see.
Dang.
So when you're selling, if you're used to selling on if you're used to selling market, right? If you're used to selling market with options, like with this, you probably want to put in a specific amount, right? So right now it's at 580. The high is at 580 for the contract, and the bid, the ask is at 580, the bid is at 475, right? So what I'm gonna do is to secure profit is I'm gonna put my contract to sell at the bid at the ask. So I'm gonna put it at five. Right now it's at 560. I'm gonna put it at 560 to sell at 560. So if it blow through 560, I know my contracts get filled, right?
You want it now?
Yeah. So put it at 560.
Put some.
Yeah. And a lot of times you'll be there and you'll be like, yo, why is it not moving? Why is it not moving? The contract is going up. Yeah, the contract is going up or the price is going up, but the spreads on it makes it a little bit more challenging, right? So right now, up over 10% on this because the ask is at 50, right? So at $5, bid is at 550. So if you sell, you'll get a price close to 525, right? You'll get the middle number, right? So in a sense, you could sell right here. You're a little bit above 10% if you got in at 550. Price is pushing right now. We should push, okay? Should push. This is a new 5 minute. Let's go down to the 5 minute, see what the 5 minute look like. We have some sell level right in here, right?
Ooh,
Oh,
7. Shit.
big push.
Did that shit take?
Big push right there.
I didn't see it take. I'm about to cancel it.
Okay, there we go. All right, so we're gonna there you go.
Some of it just took. Okay.
All right, so we're gonna trim some right here again. So right now the contracts are up.
What's the limit?
Market. So right now the contracts are up 32% right here, but it should be a lot more up, guys. Big push on here.
Alright,
Big
so
push.
2 more left.
All right, so we might have a little bit of rejection off of here. We have 2 minutes left in this candle. Target again is 538, okay? Right up to the 200 EMA, but with this candle right here, we might come back in. On the 5 minute, we are having a little bit of rejection off of here. So what I might do is I might just hold one as runner and I'll sell the rest of them right here. So contracts are above 30% right now. There we go. Nice push right here. It's okay to take profit. It's okay to take profit. Got 2 minutes left in this 15-minute candle. So be mindful. We could have a pullback, right? Again, target is up more. Now, the reason why I like UNH is because we have a 2-2 reversal on the day, okay? Huge 2-2 reversal on the day. So because of that, the target, I put the first target at the 3-month low. The 3-month low is right at 438. So because it's a 3-month low, that's going to be the first target, followed by the top of the previous candle, which is a 450, and then 453. Okay. So you could see a push all the way up to there, but again, take profit. There's nothing wrong with taking profit as you go. There we go. Got 55 seconds in this candle, guys. Nice push. We're about to hit 435. Might hit this 435. Now look at the 15-minute candle, how it's closing. Need to see a little bit of pullback on that little on that, so it doesn't close all the way at the top. All right, so what's the contract at right now? Oh, see, we got a new 15-minute candle right here. We could see a pullback on the new 15-minute right here, okay? But we want to see another push. Want to see another push. Here we go with this push. There we go. There we go. Nice push right here. Now, if this candle turned back red, I'm out. Okay? But should have a nice push up to that 38 level. We're $3 away from there at the bottom. If it breaks the bottom. The one thing I don't like about this is the spreads on the contracts. That's the one thing I don't like. That's why I always say to take profit. Okay. So that's the one thing I don't like on the UNH contracts, Home Depot contracts, is their spreads. But either way, if you take the trade, right, when I said to take the trade, you would have been up over 30% right now.
It says 39%.
So right now at 39%. Should see a push right here. Keep getting rejected. Now, if you look at the smaller time frame, we're in a red zone right here. Okay. So if you look at the smaller time frame, we're in a red zone. So that's why it's battling right now, because you have sellers in this area. Remember, we're right at 435. So at 435, you have sellers that are taking people that are taking profit right at that psych level. Okay. So right at that psych level, people are taking profit. Still watching it as far as UNH. Still in UNH calls. Not far from target right now.
First target, at least.
At least first target. Yeah, first target. Here we go. Need to see this 5-minute push outside of this red zone and close above this red zone.
Here we go. Oh, just.
Yeah, it's still within this red zone. It's still within the sell zone. So we need to see it push and close above that red zone, which that red zone right now, out of it is like right at 430, 435.30 out of that range. So a little bit more push above there, or break the high of this 5-minute candle. We have 1 minute left in this 5-minute candle. Would like to see a good push, right? It wants to go, right? It wants to go. So let's see if it's going to go. Again, 438 is the level. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Contracts are moving. Contracts are moving up over 50% on this. Contracts are moving. Coming back in.
We got 30 something seconds left in this candle.
All right. So what I'm watching here, guys, is this, right? So my target is 438, still pushing. If this comes back below, which I don't see it coming back below, but it can. If it come back below that 433, 434 level, then I'm closing. So if it breaks that my previous 5 minute candle, then I'm closing my contracts out, right? Um, right now we have the new 5 minute candle coming in.
We're over 50%.
We're over 50% on the contracts, close above my level that I wanted to close. So now the sellers, not much sellers in this area, right? We need to see that push, that continuation up to 438. Let me know whoever is a lot of people want to join the lives. But so let me know if you're in or if you took this trade with me.
Want to do some of this?
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were trying to do something.
No, no, no.
You want me to put it?
Yeah.
There we go.
All right, guys. So if you took this trade with me right now, you should be up over 50% on this trade. 438 is the level. 438 is the level as far as the first take profit, followed by 450. Now, UNH, this is UNH. So if you took the trade with me, let me know you took the trade with me. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome, welcome. So if you took the trade with me, let me know you took the trade. We're up over 50% on this right now. Um, again, we're still pushing. My stop loss is gonna be right here under that 5, right? So if it comes under that 5, then I'm gonna close out the rest of my contracts. Make sure that you're trimming, guys. Make sure that you're trimming and you're not just saying, "Oh, I'm gonna close at 438." Make sure you're trimming. Okay.
Green trade turn.
Never let a green trade go red, but also if you're up over 50% and you haven't taken any profits, and then this can drop hard. If it drop hard, then your 50% can go to 20% real quick because of the spread, okay? So make sure that you're taking profit right here. Making sure at least you're not taking profit, but you're trimming some. Um, Again, the 200 EMA on the 15 minute is right at 238. The 3 month low is at 238. Everything right now is at 238, right? So right now the 5 minute is coming back in. So I'm watching that 5 minute. If that 5 minute come back in, break the previous 5 minute low, then I'll close out the rest of my contracts. I already closed. I already trimmed some of my contracts on this trade already. So let's see right here. Still watching it. Now we're up 37%,
That's to show you how quick.
right? So went from 50% to 37%.
This is just a run.
Yeah, most of our contracts are done. Most of it, we're out of most of our contracts. So we only have one contract left. Yeah. Google is pushing.
Did you get your alert?
Crazy thing is, I didn't get no alert on Google.
Did we not look? No.
No, no alert on Google.
Hmm.
alert on Google. Google did me dirty. Google did me dirty. All right, so you see coin is hitting 200 right now. Did coin hit 200 already? Yeah, coin hit 200 right there. Like I said, coin was going to hit 200. Um, everything is green right now. So there goes UNH again. New 5 minute coming in. We should see a good push right here on UNH. Here we go. Now, the thing with UNH, guys, UNH gap up, okay? UNH gap up. So you see how it's coming back in? I want to see it come back and close this little gap that it created just now in a 5 minute. If we see this push and go up to 538, it have to come back down, okay? It's not, will it come back down? It may come back down. No, it's gonna retrace back down, okay? So want to see it close the gap right here. Didn't close it fully. So if you're looking at the 5 minute, like right here, I'm showing my screen, but on the 5 minute, it gapped up. Okay. So now it closed the gap. There we go. Now we close the gap. Big drop down. Let's see. Now my stop is going to be, I'm still in the trade, guys. So I still got a runner left in this trade. We're up over 50% on this trade. Now 45%. Okay. Now 45% on this trade. But we've been trimming all the way up. The target on UNH right now is 438. Okay. So it's doing exactly what I want it to do. The only thing I don't want it to do is I don't want it to break the previous 5 minute candle. If it break the previous 5 minute candle, I'm closing my contract out. But I wanted it to retrace back because the simple fact that it gapped up on that 5 minute. If you don't pay attention to stuff like that, you can get caught. So when it gapped up, you might be saying, oh, let me jump in. You bought, but then you bought the contract for a higher price versus if you had wait for it just to pull back and it closed the gap, then you could have went back in, right? So you have to pay attention to that, close the gap, retrace back in. Now we're pushing back up. So I need to see this push. Got 2.5 minutes left. Still holding my UNH. Right now we're in the 435 calls. What's up, Miss D? Let me know if y'all trading anything, if y'all looking at any specific charts. I could look those over as well. While I'm in my last trade for the day. Because this is my last trade for the day. This is my first and only trade for the day. Um, I don't like to trade a lot. Okay. So if you guys notice, I'll take 2 trades for the day, maybe 3. Right? You hear that? Maybe 3. Right? But I don't like to take too much trades. Right? The reason why I don't like giving back money. Okay. So if you make a trade and you did good on your first trade and it's a profitable trade, then get up and go do something else. Right now, UNH is falling back in. Didn't break my low. Right now, we're up 36%, it says. Okay. If it break this 5 minute, then I'm gonna be out. Okay. If it break this 5 minute, I'm gonna be out. Still no break yet. If it break Don't break. But if it
You
break,
know it broke.
yeah, it broke. All right. So with that,
No,
26 seconds left when you do that shit.
I sure did.
No, not you, but with UNH. 26 seconds left, right? But that's what I'm talking about, guys. So with that, I'm out of UNH. That was my last contract that I was holding. I'm out of UNH right now. So good trade, guys. That's a great trade right there. Um, Went up to like 55% on that trade, right? And that's just showing the spread, okay? That's showing the spread. Okay, so if you had put your bid in, then you probably would have taken more than 55%. Right now we're dropping back down, but again, my target is still 438. No matter what, my target is still 438. We broke this level, so UNH to me um is I'll see what the day look like, right? We could continue to push, to be honest with you.
And that's fine.
We could continue to push, but in a sense, if the daily candle, this could be um, a good swing as far as to the upside, right? Because we have a lot of room. Um, if you notice when they had earnings a few days ago, we had a major drop, right? We had a huge drop right before earnings, right? You're talking about shit
Hella
from
drop.
600 to, I mean, this dropped almost $200,
Who was in that put?
right? This drop almost $200. So at some point, you're gonna see some kind of push back up. Now, price can consolidate in this range for a while, and then push back up, right? But at any level, just pay attention to your charts, okay? Pay attention to your charts. Make sure that you're taking your trades. What's up, Troy? Make sure that you're taking your trades. And when you take your trades, be confident in your trade. Make sure you have your stop loss set up. Make sure you have your take profit set up. If you have your take profit like set up and you're up a certain amount, remember, we're trading options. We're not trading futures. We're not trading forex where we could just set our target profit and then just leave it at that, and we know that we're getting 100 pips no matter what. And if it hit our stop loss, we're gonna lose 20 pips no matter what. No, that's not the case with options. Options is when price goes up, your contract goes up because it's going in the direction. If you're doing calls, it's going in the direction, so your contracts are going to be higher, your premium is going up. But what happens is once that pullback happens, then the contract also loses value. And every minute that goes by, your contract is losing value if it's not going in the direction that you actually want it to go into. So for UNH, I mean, we closed it out, but we was up over 55% on that, right? The contract came down because I said, listen, if it break below that 5 minute, I'm closing it. And we end up closing at like 33%, right? On that contract. So literally, you just lost 20% right within that drawdown, right? So think about what profit could look like at 20%, right? At 20%, you're talking about if you have $1,000 account and you make 20%, that's $200. If you make 20% every day on that $1,000, you just double your $1,000, right? So that's the significance of you taking your profit, right? We can't look at it and say, listen, you know what? With options, you have to be more in tune with, listen, let me trim some. Let me take some profit off the table, because if I don't, and this pullback because of news, because of Trump, because of any unforeseen circumstances, then you're going to lose profit. And then now you're going to be like, man, you start second guess yourself. I talk about this all the time. You will second guess yourself, right? You're in a trade, you're up, and then you start saying, shit, why didn't I take this profit? Right? I was up. Why didn't I take it? Now I'm down. And then you're starting kicking yourself and you're saying, man, you know what? I don't know, man. I think I need to do something else. And as a trader, as a new beginner, you may be able to be strong enough in the beginning to go through it, but what helped me, right, is that I have a wife that believe in me. I also have mentors that mentor me, and I try to keep myself in check. But yeah, there's gonna be those days where you doubt yourself. You're gonna be those days where you say, "Yo, what the hell is going on?" Right? But yo, if you have a trading plan, stick to your trading plan. Don't divert from it. Stick to it. If it break the level, take the trade. If it don't break the level, don't take the trade. I took the trade based on levels, right? I do something called breakout trades. The first 15 minute went down, touched the 50. That was the perfect spot for me to get in the trade. I look at my wife and I said, man, it hit the 50, right? And it's bouncing off the 50. So I could have taken the trade there, but I want to see something, a confirmation as far as a reversal. Now, I didn't see it readily on the 5 minute. By the time I see it on the 5 minute, there was only 2 minutes left on the 5 minute. So I'm not going to jump in a trade at that point. But once I see the reversal on a 15 minute and a break on a 15 minute, then I got in, even though I got in a little bit earlier than where I wanted to, because the simple fact that I was waiting for it to break the day high. Okay. Breaking the day high is a reversal on the higher time frame. Now you have a reversal on the day time frame. You had a reversal on a 5 minute. You have a reversal on a 15 minute. And I'm pretty sure if I go in, you have a reversal on the half an hour. You're gonna see reversals on the lower time frame before you see reversals on the higher time frame. So that's one of the things. But when you see reversals on the lower time frame, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's gonna reverse on the higher time frame. Okay. But if your trades match up and you see the trade and you have a trading plan in place, take the trade. All right. With that said, guys, I normally trade until 10:30, 11 o'clock, the latest. I take 1 to 2 trades. If I trade 3 times, I'm over trading. Okay. So with that, guys, hope y'all have a great day. Hope y'all made money. If y'all made money, let me know in the chat. If y'all made money, let me know in the chat. I'm also on YouTube. And let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hope y'all have a great day. Now, listen, before I go, UNH target is at 238. UNH is pushing back up. So watch UNH if you want to take UNH. We have a reversal on the 5 minute to go up. Okay. So we have a reversal on the 5 minute to go up on on UNH. So we could see a possible push back to the upside on UNH. So be careful with your contracts. Um, and then yeah, hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday. All right, guys. Peace out.